So welcome, extremely welcome. Thank you for being here. We are gathering together again here in this community that is called the Human Values Collective. We practice embodying universal human values such as love, truth, peace, nonviolence, and right action for the sake of, some people will say, to be a better person or to be a good person or to be a good human being. But usually what that looks like in practice, after we've been practicing meditation and other kinds of activities, what it looks like is not getting angry at people so quickly, and then eventually not getting angry at them at all. And there's a lot of unlearning to do when we are going through that process, because we have this conditioning that says if I don't get angry, that means I don't care about what's happening, or that means I'm allowing what's happening to happen. And so there's a lot of urgency culture, usually that we learn from our families or maybe even our workplace or in school, definitely, of like, you have to care a lot, and that kind of caring. This is important, you need to do something. That kind of communication and that kind of quote unquote caring, really, if we dig, is that coming from care or is that coming from fear? We're usually afraid that if we don't do something, that something bad is going to happen. And if we're in our fear state or our anger state, guess what? We are dysregulated. Our nervous system is dysregulated. Our fight, flight, freeze, fawn response is activated, and we lose the ability to reason, to remember things in sequential order, to problem solve, to be intimate physically. So many things go out the door when we are in that anger or fear response. We feel vulnerable in the disempowering way. We feel vulnerable in that there's a way to be empowered to be vulnerable. There's a vulnerability that when we open up to people and let them see who we truly are, that can be an empowering kind of vulnerability. But the point is, what we're guiding everyone to, what we're interested in for you, is for you to make a connection with the part of you that is not vulnerable, to make a connection with the part of you that cannot be harmed, let's say. So there's a part of you that cannot be harmed, that's deep within you. And when we make a connection to that part of us, suddenly we feel peace. Maybe it's not suddenly, maybe it's little by little, but when we feel that enough, when we go deeper into that, we focus on that, eventually we get to this place where we realize no one can hurt me, actually. So an example is having to win an argument. Because if we are identified with something else, if we're identified with our beliefs, and a belief is a thought you think over and over again. If you're identified with some kind of norm, a societal norm, that society says I should be like this, and then it makes it hard for you to be yourself because it feels guilty for you to be yourself and say what you want, and other people have expectations and you should care about other people. We have all of these things that we should be doing, but that's how we get burnt out. Burnt out is actually not doing too many things. Burned out is not doing enough aligned action. Not doing enough of the stuff that you know is good for you and gives you life and makes you happy because you're too busy doing the things that other people told you are important. So we get to this place, we don't even know who we are and what we want. And I ask my students, what do you want? Who are you? I don't know. So we're figuring it out. We're putting on different masks. Is this who I am? Is this who I am? No, I don't know. Is it my body? Is that who I am? Is it my brain, my beliefs? Is that who I am? oh man, maybe other people have a better body, but maybe I have a better mind than other people, and that could be my identity. I could be the one who's smarter than everyone else. Or, oh, I'm so spiritual. I'm the most spiritual one here. I'm more spiritual than all of y'all put together. Then that becomes your identity. So there's all these traps of who am I? And then you realize, okay, well, society doesn't know what they're talking about. Mainstream doesn't know what they're talking about. Then we start to go into meditation and we say, oh, I don't know what it is yet, but if I close my eyes and breathe, and if I quiet my mind and open my heart, quiet the mind, open the heart, quiet the mind, open the heart. I look into my heart, look into my heart, look into my heart, what's inside, what's inside. And I start to make connection with this part of me that never changes. On the outside, I can get triggered, but there's this place inside that does not get triggered. For the purposes of us working together, let's name that part of us that cannot be triggered. And let's call it our higher consciousness. Or you can say your higher self, you could say your spirit, you could say your inner light, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. What matters is that this is a place that's deep within all of us, every single human being. And it's the place that we have access to when we're completely relaxed and when we don't really need things. The other trap is, oh, when I have this, I'll be happy. When I have the partner, I'll be happy. When I have the car, I'll be happy. When I have the house, I'll be happy. When I have the job, I'll be happy. And as soon as we get it, we're happy for like 5 seconds. And then we're like, oh, oh man, this car, it's not blue though. I really wanted a blue car. There's always a point of dissatisfaction because we're identifying with the car. Oh, when I marry this person, I'll be so happy. They get married 2 years later. They're like, who even are you? You're not the person I married. So instead of identifying with the person who will have, we're identifying with the person who is. Who am I right now? What do I have right now? I have this part of me where love comes from. This part of me that never changes, this part of me that cannot be harmed, this inner, deeper part of my humanity, maybe you want to call it. And that no one can take away from you. That's where you are, not vulnerable. So let's make a couple of agreements as we're working tonight. We're going to do a meditation that is called the light meditation. And this meditation, you're going to do this work between you and you. I'm the facilitator, but do not project any special relationship or ability or anything on top of me. Any one of us could facilitate this meditation with proper training, and I'm hopeful some of us will. There's nothing special about me. In fact, whatever instruction I give to you, you give it to yourself so that the meditation is coming from you. This work is between you and you. What even is meditation? We're exploring one way to do it, but it's an experiment. You are the experimenter. You are the teacher. You are the student. You gather the research, you verify the research, and you decide whether or not to act on the research. It's between you and you. So at this point, put 2 feet flat on the floor. Your hands are like little cups on your thighs, legs, wherever they fall naturally. This is a receptive position that says to our subconscious mind, I'm ready to receive right now. Draw in your imagination a circle around you on the floor, and imagine it's a circle of golden white light. And you just keep tracing that circle around you. Sometimes you can imagine it's like, oh, with your nose, you're moving your nose in a circle, and that's what's painting the floor. And this sends a message to your subconscious. This is my personal space. No one and nothing can enter into this space. This is a special protected space between me and me. And we're going to now continue breathing the way we were, enjoying this space. We're making a connection to this part of us that's not vulnerable, that never changes, that is infinite, universal. So as we begin, let's imagine we're all in a circle together. And imagine a candle at the center of the circle. The flame of the candle represents everything that is good for everyone and everything in the whole world, including but not limited to love, truth, peace, nonviolence, and right action. Everything that is good for everything and everyone. Now imagine that little candlelight moving slowly towards you till it rests just outside your forehead as a warm, soothing, glowing, gooey feeling on your forehead, like a sitting close to the fireplace, kind of cozy warmth. Imagine that little flame moving into your head till it illuminates every part of your head. Imagine that light permeating every bone, every cell, every organ, every cell, every atom, until your head is filled with light. We're going to ask that light to help us to think good thoughts. Where there is light, there can be no darkness. The way to get rid of the shadows, the negative thoughts, the negative belief, and a belief is something you think over and over again, is turn on the light. The light is another word for consciousness or attention. Shine your attention on your thoughts, just like we shine a light on the shadows. Where there's light, there can be no darkness. Good thoughts lead to good feelings. Let's breathe in, and as we breathe out, imagine that little candlelight moving slowly down into your mouth, into your throat, into your chest. Imagine a beautiful flower with a bud that is closed just on your center of your chest. And as that light makes contact with the flower, imagine the flower blossom petal by petal, by petal, by petal. We're going to ask the light to help us to feel good. Would it be okay to feel good? Would that be okay? Or is it scary to feel good because we don't know when the other shoe is going to drop? Is it scary and unsafe to feel good because it feels strange to feel good and something bad might happen? Is it okay to feel good? Drop all the guilt, all of the I haven't progressed enough today. I haven't been productive enough today. I don't deserve to feel good. That's the meritocracy speaking that we've all internalized, that only when you produce can you feel good. This is all capitalist dogma that we don't need anymore. We're writing a new program here. It's not even about deserving rest. It's not even about deserving to feel good. It is literally because it feels good to feel good. Because why do we do anything in life? Everything we do, even this idea of helping other people, it is our goal only because we believe it will make us feel good. That's the reason we do anything. Even if we say it's selfless reasons, well, you're gonna feel good for being so selfless. So let's say it is safe to feel good. It is okay to feel good. It is good to feel good. It is not selfish. It's not egotistical or self-centered. When I feel good, everyone around me gets to feel good too. Everyone around me gets permission to feel good. Not that they need permission, but they want it. Sometimes we all want permission. Is it okay for me to feel good? I'm telling you right now, if you need it, yes. It's okay to feel good. Let's make the agreement, and if we don't feel good yet, or if we have a hard time feeling good, we're not doing it wrong. We're making an intention to feel good. An intention is, I've been looking in this direction my whole life. Let me look in this other direction and see what that feels like. That's all we're doing here. No mistake. And as you feel your mind starts to wander, that's okay. That's part of the meditation. You're not doing it wrong. Bring your attention, bring your consciousness back to the meditation. Remember, you're saying these instructions to yourself because I'm saying them to you. Good thoughts lead to good feelings. Good feelings lead to good actions. Take your palms, rub your palms together. Feel the heat that is generated as you rub your palms together. And here you're making an intention to do good actions, the actions that will be helpful to other people, that will be helpful to you. Good actions lead to good thoughts, lead to good feelings, lead back to good actions, so on and so forth. Take a deep breath in. And when you breathe out, return your hands like little cups on your thighs, wherever they fall naturally. And we're going to send the light to our hands. After this intention to do good, we're sending the light to our feet. Every bone, every cell, every muscle, every every cell, every atom. We're going to ask the light to help us to walk to good places, to meet good people, to carry us bravely towards the goal of our life, whatever that may be, surely, to feel good in the things that we do and the things that we create, and help and inspire other people to feel good too. Why are we here? Why are we doing this? Feels good. Imagine the light moving up from your tailbone, up each and every vertebrae, through the middle of your back, through your upper back and your shoulders and neck. Imagine fingers of light massaging your neck and your shoulders, where a lot of people carry tension. Bring the light to your mouth. Imagine that your mouth is filled with light. Let's ask the light to help us to say good, kind things to ourselves and to each other, to be impeccable with our word. Our word is so powerful. If you only knew how powerful your word is, you would never speak ill of yourself again. Let's practice together. The world is an amazing place, full of amazing people. I am amazing. I get to be with this amazing group. My future is amazing. My present is amazing. And even though there's been challenges, my past is amazing. It made me who I am today. And I love who I am today. Now, if part of that rubs you the wrong way, that's okay. Sit with it. Remember our intention to think good thoughts. Not to be blinded to what's happening or what's happened, not to ignore it, but to say that's not the whole story. There's so much more happening now and will be happening soon to prove my life is amazing. Bring the light to your ears and imagine that your ears are filled with light. Let's make an intention here to hear beautiful things, hear beautiful music, to listen with the eyes of love, to really be present with other people. Sometimes we feel like we have to help other people. We're such good helpers. But sometimes the greatest gift that you can give someone is to receive what they're trying to give you, even their words. To listen truly without trying to change someone. Just listening to them is a great gift. Let's make another intention to make space and time every day to hear our own inner wisdom. If we can only quiet enough, quiet the mind, open the heart, quiet the mind, open the heart, we may be pleasantly surprised with the deep wisdom within our higher consciousness. Finally, bring the light to your eyes. Make an intention here. Let's ask the light to help us to see the good in ourselves. So much goodness in us if we take the time to look, to see the good in others. Yes, even that person. Yes, even that one. And that one too. And even that one, and I know it's so hard to see the goodness in that one. But what you pay attention to grows, what you focus on expands. Let's see the good in the world and let love grow. Bring the light to the top of your head. Let's send the light out in the form of love and kindness, first to each other, then to every person in every country, regardless of class, color, and creed. Then to every realm of nature, every animal, every bird, every fish, every insect, every mountain, every tree, every blade of grass, every lake, every river, and every ocean, until the entire planet is filled with light. Then let's send our light beyond this planet to touch other planets, the sun, the entire solar system. Then to other planets in other systems, in other galaxies. And finally, let's send our light to every part of the universe, every corner of the universe, till absolutely everywhere fathomable is filled with our light. And repeat after me, saying, I am in the light is in me, I am the light. And just hold that awareness for a few moments. Bask, luxuriate in the awareness of how big and vast you truly are. Now hold on to that vast awareness and focus once more on that little light at the center of your chest. It's always there, always been there, always will be there. Wishing the best for you, whispering the way. Just make an intention to listen to that little light. We're saying thank you now for everything we've received tonight. 99.99% of we have no idea what just happened. And let that light continue to shine so that we may illuminate the path for anyone lucky enough to be walking by us. And from this day forward, continue to be the light in dark places. Now slowly wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, stretch out your arms and legs, stretch in any way that feels good. And when you're ready, open your eyes again. Come back to this time, this place. Familiarize yourself with your surroundings, the date, and the gratitude of seeing yourself in this physical world, this physical way that we are. And then also holding on to what we just experienced together, the spiritual us, the big us, the universal us, the vast us. Yeah, I have a body, but I am not my body. I have a mind, but I am not my mind. I have beliefs, but my beliefs change. That can't be who I am. What's the part of me that never changes? Well, I can't tell you the truth, but we can all feel it together. When we come together, we can explore that together. So I'm so grateful that you are here and that we can explore together. For many people, their spiritual path comes from a suffering. They know what they're hearing from the world as the quote unquote truth. They know it's not the truth, it's BS. There's only one way? Yeah, right. All paths lead to the top of the mountain. All rivers lead to the same ocean. It's all one. So when we've suffered enough, we start our spiritual journey, our meditation journey, our mental health journey. But after the pain ends, and I promise you the pain will end, there will be challenges. Yes, there will always be challenges in life because we're here to evolve and learn. There will always be challenges, but the suffering will be a thing of the past. And then after that point, well, we're just here for the love of the game, baby. Yeah. I just love going on this journey with you. That's why I do it. because it feels good. And damn it, that's enough for me. In the Human Values Collective, what we do is we practice one human value every single week. We use the 5 universal human values of love, truth, peace, nonviolence, and right action as our guide, but then we pick a sub-value. So through the lens of love, we're practicing the value of belovedness. And the thought of the week is, I am beloved, I am safe. Let's say that together. 1, 2, ready, go. I am beloved, I am safe. Your objective this week is to feel safe, to make choices and move independently through the world, knowing that you are fully loved for being exactly who you are. You are loved dearly by so many people. Let that love envelop you. Let that love envelop you in strength and confidence. A lot of our fear comes from not feeling loved and lovable. Very true when we are being raised in a meritocracy where we use credit, blame, pride, and shame to reward and punish children. We get them to do what we want by making them feel bad. So we grow up feeling unworthy. But hey, we're adults now. We're taking responsibility for our own growth. And we're saying, maybe even if I don't feel it, I know deep down, or at least this part of me deep down knows that I am beloved. And if this part of me deep down knows that I'm beloved, that's enough for me to at least start walking forward. And I'll catch up to that deep, deep part of me that loves me unconditionally. I'll catch up to that part of me. I'll close the gap until it feels truer and truer to say, I love me. I love me. And we're excited to invite you into this community to practice together, because it do take a village, people. I love that Jamie started. Can everyone type I love me in the chat? Just do it before your brain talks you out of it. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't show up in the world. You won't be dead, okay? Your brain tries to say, you'll die if you show up. No, you won't be dead. You'll be alive, actually, at that point. Thank you so much for practicing together Belovedness this week. You just saw the practice guide. This is an email that we send out every week, so please click on there. There's a link there for you to sign up. I also put a link for an Evite. My local Chicago people were having an event on Friday, a little Spanish night, music, dancing, and food. Please join the RSVP there. Does anybody want to say something before we end our session today? All right, we're here every week, my people. We're doing this work. When I see what's happening in the world and all the pain and all the violence, it just reminds me this is our contribution, is to help people to feel good, to know that they're beautiful human beings, and then to get empowered to create love, peace, and freedom in the world. And we can keep showing up to inspire each other. So thank you, Jamie, for bringing a friend. Everybody bring a friend next time. Get into the group chat. Stay connected. Stay, as our ancestors did, close to the fire, because some things happen when we spend time together, when we sing together, when we dance together, when we love together, when we eat together, and when we share with vulnerability and unconditional love. If we can work together in peace and harmony, if we can work together, the I and you are we. If we can work together in peace and harmony, yes, if we can work together, how happy we will be. today an amazing day just by you being you. There's no one like you in the whole world, and I like you just the way you are. For those wanting to chit chat a little bit, hang back. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody.